one piece of code vanished from the internet. That same day, thousands of websites around the world suddenly went down. Even the deployment systems of major companies like Facebook, Netflix, PayPal, and Spotify came to a halt, all because just 11 lines of code had disappeared. What could have happened? JavaScript. Most websites and apps today are built with it, and when using JavaScript, we can't avoid something called NPM, Node Package Manager. Put simply, upload a well-made piece of code to NPM, and other developers can use it as if they were copy-pasting it. Say I'm building a website, and I need to check whether a user's email is in the correct format. Sure, I could write the code myself, but with just this one line, I can import a finished, reliable piece of code straight into my project. This boosts reliability, and more importantly, it makes development exponentially faster. This is how developers around the world share and reassemble code to build larger, more complex systems. Code is built on top of other code. My code depends on someone else's code, and that code depends on yet another one's code. This is what we call a dependency. It's a massive pyramid of dependencies, closer to a tower of Jenga. Today's story is about Azer Koçulu, a developer who mostly created simple utility packages, like the small blocks in Jenga, things like RND for generating random numbers, strip for removing HTML tags, or random color for creating random colors. By 2016, at just 28 years old, Koçulu had published no less than 273 packages on NPM. One of them, a package called Kick, became the spark of the incident. It all began with a single email. The message asked him to change the name of his Kick package. The sender was a Canadian messaging app company called Kick. That's right. Koçulu's package happened to share the same name as their company. They wanted him to give up the name so they could publish their own package on NPM. But Koçulu firmly refused, saying his project was already underway. So Kick sent another email. Part of the published message read, "We don't mean to be rude, but Kick is a registered trademark. If you continue using this name, our lawyers will have no choice but to take down your account." Koçulu, furious, replied like this, "Haha, you're already being rude. Don't email me again." When negotiations broke down, Kick went straight to NPM to request mediation. Without asking, NPM transferred the package name to Kick and simply informed Koçulu of the decision. Feeling betrayed, on March 23, 2016, Koçulu deleted all 273 of his packages from NPM. Immediately, automated deployment systems at thousands of companies, including giants like Facebook, Netflix, PayPal, and Spotify, came to a screeching halt. Thousands of websites around the world started throwing errors and shutting down one after another. Programmers everywhere went into emergency mode. At the center of the chaos was a package called LeftPad. It was a tiny piece of code Koçulu had written years earlier, just 11 lines long, a simple function that adds spaces or characters to the front of a string. For example, when aligning numbers to 4 digits, adding 3 zeros before 7 to make 0007, or 2 zeros before 77 to make 0077. That's all it did. But despite its simplicity, countless projects relied on it, and other projects were built on top of those, until LeftPad had invisibly spread across the entire internet. And then, overnight, that code was gone. As thousands of developers rushed online to figure out what had happened, NPM realized the gravity of the situation and made an unprecedented decision. They forcibly restored the deleted LeftPad package. The chaos, which lasted about 2 hours, finally came to an end. But the extraordinary incident and the story behind it spread like wildfire, leaving developers everywhere stunned. Because for the first time, they were forced to confront just how many dependencies their entire tower of code was built upon. After the incident, Koçulu, Kick, and NPM each posted lengthy statements on their blogs. Some blamed Kick, others blamed NPM, and still others blamed Koçulu. And some even said, does it really make sense that all this chaos happened over just 11 lines of code? But perhaps that statement captures the incident more accurately than anything else, because today, no one builds massive services alone. In fact, no one can. And this isn't just about technology or systems. Behind the countless things we enjoy every day are the invisible efforts of countless people whose names and faces we'll never know. People who, in their own quiet corners, hold up the world with what others brush off as just a small thing. We stand on top of them, on the shoulders of countless unseen giants, and we must never forget that.